Hello, I would like to talk to you about the book that I just published called The Power of Elite Interviews. Interviews because they distinguish themselves from the general public. And by interviewing people from all walks of life, we have some perks, some payoffs, some things that we gain from that experience. So let's take a look at my 7 payoffs from interviewing elites from all walks of life. The number one is actually build an effective communication skills. I know that a lot of people misconceive or misunderstand communication as your ability just to speak, right? That is absolutely wrong. Communication is really about speaking clearly and thoughtfully, but also it's about listening actively. What do I mean by that? Well, when usually people communicate, they tend to focus more on what they say as opposed to what they hear. And even the process of hearing is just not hearing and being present and understanding and relating to what the person is saying. So, in my interviews, because I do not really look into the bios, nor do I prepare any questions, it really forced me in a way to develop my listening abilities or my listening skills. So, I paid 10 times more attention to my guests because that was pretty much the only way I had to know what would be the next question around. So, then my number two is build self confidence. That's an interesting one. Do I really lack any self confidence? Not really. I think I've always had a certain level of self confidence. However, when you invite guest speakers to your show that you're interviewing, and you are in a specific niche, like mine was about entrepreneurship and success, that's pretty much what I was interested in. So it's clearly understandable that I might be a little bit like nervous, maybe, because I don't know enough about what I need to know in a sense that I don't know what I don't know. However, I may have had like few experiences at the beginning where I was lacking. I don't know. Okay. My number two payoff that I got away from the elite interviews is actually building self confidence. Not that I was lacking any. However, when you are in a new space, a new landscape, right? The level of confidence need to be built. Yeah, I mean, let's face it. We're not born with self confidence. Confidence is something that we gain by doing, not by watching. I don't think so. So sometimes you're afraid to do something or you feel like you're lacking confidence to do something. The way you build that confidence is actually by doing it. You do it once, you do it twice, and then you start building that self confidence. The first step is always scary. It's not any different from starting to run or starting to jump or starting to ride a bike or a motorcycle or driving for that matter, or even cooking or anything we do in life. We are always nervous the first time because we do not know what we do not know. So then, of course, when you get to do it once and you realize what it takes to take it to completion successfully, or you do it and you manage to do it the right way the first time, that really gives you or extends your confidence at a much higher level. So in my case, I entered the world of entrepreneurship and I was interested in hearing from successful people. And of course, the first time around, maybe it was a little nervous, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to say it. However, the more I did it, the more I realized, like, yeah, it felt like just a conversation around a cup of coffee, not any different from that. So, those of you who are a little bit nervous about getting started, like really getting into doing anything because you feel like you don't have enough confidence, start doing it. I mean, don't aim too high if you are that confident about yourself. Start with baby steps. And then when you gain confidence with the first step, Then you plan the second one and the third one and the fourth one and so on. So that's why you manage into really building your self-confidence successfully, strategically, and step by step. My third one is definitely grow your audience. So when I started this whole journey of interviews, I had few followers on Facebook. So I would post something and then I probably see 2 or 3 likes or 10 likes if I was lucky. So what happens when I started doing these interviews is really my audience started kind of expanding and growing quickly, rather quickly, to a point like sometimes I did not expect that growth. So nor was I prepared for it, especially when it comes to the negativity and some of the comments that I felt strange about because I didn't think that people talk that way. But I learned quickly to build the thick skin and to just be cool with everything. However, if you are up for it, I mean, you just go for it in a way. Just do it, and then you grow your audience, and then you start really influencing and impacting people. My next one is create content. So this is a really important one because a lot of people who are out there, podcasters, coaches, public figures, influencers, the idea of where to create content is always a tricky one because the thing is you do not want to lock yourself in a niche where you're just talking about the same old same that you bore your audience. I know, in fact, that I have been following few people that, I would listen to them few times and it's all the same old same, and it's not really something that is adding value to me. How many scented candles do I need to watch, or how many, cookie decoration do I need to get? It's really not my thing. And beyond that point of, oh, it's fun, like the first reaction is like, you watch it, it's fun. But then it's like, then what? I'm looking always for value. So you really have to understand what is your niche, what is it that you're passionate about, surround yourself by those topics and those people. And then when you start having conversations with them, you start building your content without really over pushing it in a way. So building content becomes rather natural to you. So my next one is expand your business, the brand, the business, either the business brand or the personal brand. It really doesn't matter in this sense, because through these platforms, you're interacting with different entrepreneurs, with different guests, with different people. So I've had 10 times New York bestseller authors, TV show hosts, podcasters, consultants, entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs. So all of these people actually help you get clear in terms of what's your business brand and what's your personal brand. So you are getting out and talking about what you do and who you are and really connecting with people. Build international partnership. I mean, you absolutely got to love this one because my mission is to inspire, empower, and connect the citizens of the world. And I do that through, of course, having these conversations. And I am definitely an advocate of learning through conversing. So every single conversation that happened with my guests, actually, it's an opportunity to partner at an international level. So much came about, from these interactions, getting invited on different summits and workshops and webinars and just amazing things of, business partners as well that we're working on different projects together. So amazing things happen when you really have a good intentionality, that you're not getting these people to use them rather, but it's connecting with them and connecting with the audience. And that's really an important one. And then my last payoff is actually build an organic PR team. And I'm going to tell you something. This one is super, super important because anyone who is out and about in social media will really tell you that you pay a lot of money to really spread out your wings and reach out to others. through a podcast, through a show, interviewing elites, people from all walks of life, what you're doing is actually tapping into every single audience of the guest and vice versa. It's not competition, it's collaboration, and there is enough wealth for everybody to share. So this is Shaba Shams, and I hope you guys have a better idea of what you can expect from my book, The Power of Elite Interviews. I would encourage you to go to Amazon.com and order your copy now and leave me a wonderful review. And I will see you on the next time. And thank you for being here.